Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I am Mental Fox, and I thank you for joining me on this playthrough. We're back in Haven. It's a good idea to come back to Haven every once in a while, check in with your party members, see if they have anything new they want to talk to you about. So we're just going to do that here real quick. I don't know. I think we've already talked about all this stuff.
I have some more questions.
More questions,
Why am I
okay.
not surprised?
Will she talk about her brother yet?
Tell me about your brother.
I would
Okay,
prefer
she
not
won't
to
talk about
speak
him
of
yet.
Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Alright,
I'll let
so
you
she
get
has
back
nothing
to
new
work.
for us. Colin is often quite chatty. Let's see if he has anything new.
Is there something you needed?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know? Present.
Not at the present. Okay. That's all.
That's all for now. Another time.
Another time, yes. Another time indeed. Gonna run down here. Oh, we got Krem. We got Iron Bull. What's Krem got for us?
What can I do for you?
Nothing new here. Unless there's something
I'd
new
like
in
to
this.
know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. Last time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Qunari, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
Oh man, I can't remember whether I already asked him this stuff or not.
Is it strange to work for Qunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. The Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I'm surprised he told you.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
Well, what kind of commander is he?
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did you end up with him?
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Qunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee to Vinter. A tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
He gave up his eye?
That's how he lost the eye.
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
You have anything new for us, Bull?
How's it going?
Tell me about Qunari.
I'd like to know more about the Qunari.
You writing a book?
Well, they sound... oh my gosh. They sound interesting.
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right. What do you want to know?
Well, what does Qunari mean
The
exactly?
word Qunari. Is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
And those who predate the Qun?
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kasith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kasith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
Let's ask him a bunch of questions. How do they govern?
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Is there much dissent?
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
I don't know why I would ask this question out of the blue, but do you not marry?
I heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex.
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamassrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
What?
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
Okay. Well, I guess it sounds great.
I could work with that.
I know, right? No drama. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
Tell me about day-to-day life.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Q. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
Except that baker isn't free?
It can't be exactly the same. The Qunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her because it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
How was it growing up?
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamassrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
You didn't choose your job?
So the Qun decided what work you would do. You didn't get a choice.
I could have acted like I didn't like hitting things, I guess. But why would I do that? I was good at my work. I liked doing it. As far as I can tell, the Tamassrans made the right call.
And if Thedas fell to the Qun?
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Can you imagine Solus trying his fade dreaming under the Qun? Or Vivian doing her political bullshit? Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated. Drugged until their minds broke. So, to answer your question, no. I don't think about it much at all.
Well, nice chatting with you.
Later, Bull.
See ya.
Yeah, what are these Tamassrans? I'm kind of curious about that. Let's see. Are those groups, maybe? Where are they? Is it not considered a group? Ah. Qunari Tamassrans. Nanny Goodwin lay on the hard stones of the Kirkwall docks until the sailors left with her purse. As she struggled to her feet, a large gray hand reached down to help her. It was one of the Qunari, the great horned giants who had come to live in the city. "I thank you," said Nanny Goodwin hesitantly, looking for her satchel. "I did not know the docks were so dangerous, or I would have asked one of Lord G's guards to accompany me as I bought healing herbs for the children." "You are a Tamassran," said the Qunari. "Under the Qun, no sailor would accost you. Why are you here?" "I am but Lord G's nanny," Nanny Goodwin said, "and Lord G did not believe me when I told him that the children needed healing herbs, so I was forced to buy them myself." Under the Qun, said the Qunari, Tamassrans are trusted and listened to when caring for the children, and any healing herbs they needed would be provided. Why did Lord G not attend your words? He is noble, Nanny Goodwin said, and I am merely a servant who cares for his children. She shifted her shawl to hide the bruises the sailors had given her, as well as the bruises Lord G himself had left. Under the Qun, said the Qunari, all are equal, and no Tamassran thinks herself a mere anything. Nanny Goodwin bid the Qunari good day and returned to Hightown with much to think about. An excerpt from The Lies of the Nobles, The Truth of the Qun, author unknown. Okay, well, that clears things up, right? Well, let's go see. Let's look at our stables. And let's see what other mounts we have. Choose a mount, choose a mount, choose a mount. Choose a mount. Horses. We have the Fereldenforder, a proud animal. The Fereldenforder ranges well beyond its namesake, at home in stables and armies across Thedas. These are all unknown. We have the Inquisition Barded Charger. Whoa. Best of breed, clad in the barding of a master. Mount and armor are tailored for each other, one of a kind, and it knows it. Okay. We have Dracolisks, or do we? We have no Dracolisks. Huh, I thought we had did a mission that involved Dracolisks. Hearts. Red Heart, a great stag of impeccable health and ability. Such mounts are a triumph of breeding and careful training. Okay, but is it fast? Exotics. Bog Unicorn. I'll give the Bog Unicorn a rest. Let's ride around on our Heart. I don't know. I don't know what difference it makes. I don't know if this is just purely cosmetic or what, but, ooh, look at that beautiful beast. Look at that thing. Look at it. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Magnificent. Let's see if our good buddy Blackwall has anything new to say.
I've been meaning to thank you.
For what?
There are 100 things that need your attention.
Yeah, there are.
You didn't have to take the time to help me.
I didn't.
And yet you did.
You know, it was a good cause.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
All right. I don't care what you think. We will do better? What? None of these seem to really be a response to I've never been more certain of my decision to join you. I don't know.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Alright. Does he have new thoughts?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
Oh, okay. Well, then why did you give me the option to say that?
What do you think of my advisors?
Cullen. He's got the look of a man who's been through too much.
Alright.
Still, I trust him to watch my back.
Alright, so he really has nothing new to talk about.
We should return to our duties.
Yeah, we should.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
I am. You should get used to that. Okay. So. Oh, wait a minute. There is, actually, I wanted to check something out over here. I picked up a lot of materials and stuff. Modify weapons. Let's see. All weapons. These are the only things that I could modify? I can't modify, like, my bow? Oh. Why not? Well, why not? Okay. Not real sure what to do about all this. And I don't remember what my party's using, you know? I mean, what is Cassandra using? Is she using Templars first? That's what she's using. What? Master Demon Slaying Rune. No upgrades available for this item. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so I could put a Qunari slasher grip on this sword, and it'll give it +3 willpower, I guess. Nobody's really using this thing. I don't think.
You need something? Let me know.
Modify armor. I mean, what about the armor that I'm wearing? I'm wearing some kind of blood dragon armor. I guess it's not an option to upgrade it. I don't know. I don't feel like they explained that very well. This is buying and selling.